Hello and welcome to Musings by Amit. Today we are going to talk about full stack developers. And this is the part within my series of highest paying jobs in software. So I went and did a search for full stack developer on LinkedIn and I saw that there are 5,000 requirements for a full stack developer. Compare that to software developer and there were 60,000 requirement for a software developer. Now, if you see, and this requirement is for fresher to associate level developers. Now, why is there only 5,000 requirement in full stack development, whereas there is a huge requirement in software development? We are going to look at that. But I went ahead and checked the salaries of a full stack developer, and that is totally different from a software developer. So I'm going to tell you exactly what is the difference between the salary of a full stack developer versus a software developer, and that difference in the salary should excite you or make you curious why you should make a career in full stack development. So in this video today, we are going to look at everything related to full stack development. We are going to see what is the meaning of full stack development. We are going to look at the advantages of becoming a full stack developer. We are going to check two examples. I'm going to take two examples of a full stack developer. What does a full stack developer know? And then finally, I'm going to discuss the difference in salaries between a full stack developer and a software developer. So if you are interested to become a full stack developer, if you are interested in getting the highest paying jobs in software, then watch this video till the end, because I can guarantee to you that showing it properly on your resume will suddenly change your salary by 2 times to 4 times. Even though a full stack developer has become a very common term today, there was a time when I started software development. We got our first software project and we were just two engineers. So when we got the software project, we were writing code for the front end. So we wrote whatever code was required for the user interface of the software, and then we wrote a backend code which was the business process or the code which was connecting the front end application with the database, and we also designed the database. What we were doing back then was actually full stack development. Today, the industry is using this term as full stack development, but in 1997, if you are a Visual Basic programmer or if you are a programmer in Java, then you were already doing full stack developer. But at that point of time, we hired one software engineer because our company was growing. He was a fresher and we showed him everything. We showed him how to do front end development, we showed him how to do back end development, we showed him how to work with a database. After 1 year, this engineer left our company and he joined a big software development company. We were just 3 or 4 people at that point of time, and he joined a company which had 3,000 to 4,000 employees within that company. After he joined that company, he came back to meet us after 3 or 4 months. And at that time, he told us that he has become kind of the super coder in his company because he knows everything. He knows how to write front end code, he knows how to write back end code, he knows how to work with database, as well as he knows how to build the application, deploy the application. He knows end to end software development. So his value in this new company immediately went up compared to other engineers in his company. So full stack development is nothing but knowing how to write the front end code, we need to know the front end technologies, how to design the user interface, how to create an application where the user can interact with the application. So front end development, you need to know the back-end development, which is the server-side code which takes care of all the business process, which takes care of handling all the transactions between the database and the front end. And then you need to know how to create a database, how to interact with the database using your code. So a full stack developer is a person who knows how to program the browser. Like he should know JavaScript or jQuery, AngularJS, React or Vue. Okay, he needs to know server-side programming, the programming languages like PHP or ASP.NET, Python or Java or maybe Node JavaScript. He needs to know database, for example, SQL database or a MySQL database, some of the new popular databases like MongoDB. So a person who knows all these programming languages and databases, who can write a code on front end, who can write a code in the back end, who can develop a database, is a full stack developer. And there is a very high value for a full stack developer, and I'm going to tell you exactly how much you can earn as a full stack developer. But you need to know first, what do you mean when somebody, so do you need to learn all these front end technologies? No, you need to know what is called a software stack. What is a software stack? Software stack is a group of software components which work together, or group of subsystems which work together to build a complete application. Some of the popular software stacks are LAMP stack, which means JavaScript, Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP, which is called as the LAMP stack. If you know the LEMP stack, LEMP, which means JavaScript, Linux, Nginx. Nginx is similar to it's a web server which is similar to Apache. MySQL or PHP. The mean stack, which means MongoDB, Express JavaScript, Angular JavaScript, Node.js, or the Django stack, which stands for Python, Django, and MySQL. So in today's day, you have to pick one stack in which you can become better, so that using that stack you can become a full stack developer. If you keep learning all the different front end technologies, it is not going to help. You learn one front end technology really well, and then look at the stack and learn the back end coding for that same technology, and then you learn the database technology which can work with these softwares. Okay, so you learn a complete software stack which makes you a full stack developer, and then your chance of getting a highest paying job in the software industry is going to be very high. So I'm going to talk about two examples. One is full stack web developer with React, and another is full stack web developer with Django. So before I tell you about full stack web developer with React or full stack web developer with Django, you need to understand that the three front end technologies you need to know as any software engineer is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You need to know these three technologies because these technologies are used in any kind of web development. So all the software stack uses HTML for front end. That means you need to know that really well. Okay. Having said that, if you are a full stack web developer using React, then what does it mean? It means that on the front end side, you know how to work with HTML, CSS and JavaScript as well as React. React is just a set of JavaScript libraries which help making the front-end development faster. Okay, on the server side within the React, you need to know either Express JavaScript, Node JavaScript, or a combination of Express and Node JavaScript. Okay, and on the back end you need to know the MongoDB database. Now this is also called as the MERN stack, which stands for MongoDB, Express, React, and N for Node.js. This is also called as that stack. So when you are becoming a full stack web developer with React, using React, you need to learn how you are going to build either single page or multiple page web applications. You will need to know how you can design responsive web application using React. Then on the server side, you need to know how you're going to use Express or Node.js to write the CURD operations. CURD operation stands for create, read, update and delete operations from the database. And you need to know how to handle the RESTful applications. On the database side, you need to know how to work with MongoDB, how to design a database within MongoDB, and how to connect this database using your Node.js, Express.js with the front end that you have designed with the React. That is what will make you a full stack web developer with React. Similarly, if you are a full stack web developer with Django, Django is a framework which has been written using a Python programming language. Again, Django is a set of library which has both front-end code as well as back-end code. Now the idea behind Django is that it is very quick to deliver a software using the Django framework. And when you work with Django framework, you are using Django within the front-end technologies. You are using the Django framework for the server-side coding, as well as on the database side, either you are using MySQL, you are using SQLite or MongoDB, whatever Django can work with. So these are the two different examples of a full stack developer using either React or Django. There are many different software stack, and I will list some of the software stack in the description of this video so that you can know what are the different software stacks under which you can become a full stack web developer. Now, what are the advantages of becoming a full stack web developer? Why are a lot of new companies and some of the best software companies and product companies focusing on this title of full stack developers or full stack web developer? The first advantage is they know both client side programming and server side programming, which means that you just need one software engineer to handle both sides of code, which makes it easy for software development projects. The second advantage is that these programmers can create a prototype rapidly, which is a need for most of the software product companies and even services companies. The third is if you are a full stack developer, then you can also help other team members who are not full stack developers. If there is somebody who is working on the front end side, they are stuck with some code, they are facing a bug. Because you are a full stack developer, you can easily pinpoint the bug and explain it to the front end developer or the back end developer as required. Fourth and the biggest advantage is that a full stack developer reduces the cost of the project. Amount of interaction required for a big project or a complex project is very high. So for companies, this is a very important thing which reduces the cost of the project. That is the reason they are giving a higher salary. And similar to the fourth point, the fifth point is that it reduces time. I already explained in the fourth point that is the reason the cost comes down. Where there is more communication, it's like too many cooks spoil the broth. It is same in software development. If there are too many different people working on the same project, then it becomes difficult to communicate and deliver any application on time. So it drastically reduces the time required for development. The sixth point and the best point about the software developer is that these software developers, the full stack developers, can switch between front end development and back end development as per requirement. It may happen that you are hired as a full stack developer, but you are working only on back end code, or you are hired as a full stack developer and you are mostly working on the front end side. But when there is a need and there is a requirement to switch from front end to back end, a full stack developer can do it easily, and this is an advantage for the company. And finally, the seventh advantage for a full stack developer is that they can adopt to new technologies really faster. Like nowadays, there are new technologies which are coming out in using artificial intelligence or machine learning, or using robotics, using automation, or using, let's say, capacity of drones or internet of things. So all these new technology, they require someone, a software developer, who can understand multiple different ways of using that technology, and that a full stack developer can do better because he's worked in all areas of software development, right from front end to back end to deployment to database and everything. So these are the seven major advantages of becoming a full stack developer, because of which companies are ready to pay a very high salary to full stack developers. And in the beginning of this video, I told you that I did some research on the kind of jobs. As a full stack developer in India, your salary can start with a double than average salary. Okay, average salary of a software developer in India is 3.2 lakhs per annum to 3.5 lakhs per annum. But as a full stack developer, you can get anywhere between 6 lakhs per annum to 7 lakhs per annum as a beginner, as a fresher in the software industry. And with some experience, 3 to 4 years of experience as a full stack developer, you can demand a salary up to 21 lakhs or even 25 lakhs per annum. Now, this is as per the research which is mentioned on Glassdoor, Payscale, and various other websites. But I have seen software developers with a good experience and full stack development experience who get salaries even higher than 25 lakhs per annum. Whereas if you are a software developer, even after 5 to 6 years of experience, the maximum your salary can go is up to 11 lakhs per annum if you are an independent software engineer. So that is the difference between a salary of a software engineer versus a full stack developer. So I don't know how much you are interested in full stack development. I don't know at what level you are as a software engineer. But if you want to become a full stack developer, then decide one software stack in which you want to become a full stack developer. Pick that particular software stack which is related to whatever you are doing at present. If you are working in web development, then pick the stack according to that. If you are working on .NET and Windows programming, then pick a stack according to that. Then you learn everything that is required for front-end programming to build the user interface, to build a nice responsive web application. Then learn everything that is required to do the back-end development. Write the business processes to write functions which handle the CRUD operation, to write functions which handle the RESTful APIs. So learn the backend coding and learn how to design and develop a database so that you become a full stack developer. And I can guarantee to you that as soon as you become a full stack developer, whether it takes 1 month, 2 months, 10 months, or 1 year, your salary will immediately double or even quadruple within a very short time. And if you want to find out what are the other fields of software in which you can get highest paying jobs, then watch this video here, because in this video I explain all the different fields of software in which you can get highest paying jobs. Thank you very much. Stay focused, stay rich.